I'm just getting ready to edit today's milking video and I realized I didn't introduce myself. My name is Violet. My family and I are on a primarily animal-based carnivore diet to improve our health and wellness, and I'm trying to get as much of that food from our land and property as possible. So I guess we're a bit of a homestead. I've got 5 children and I've seen health improvements in all of them. So that is why we are doing this. So this is my goat milking routine. I bring 2 stainless steel containers, which I pour boiling water. They've been through a dishwasher, so they should be sanitized, but this will just make sure everything's tickety-boo. Extra hot water in here, just in case I've got someone kicking over a container. Now, I have to fix this, but my sterilized milk container has been in the freezer, pre-chilling. It does help cool down the milk. It doesn't do a very good job, but the goal is to get the milk out of the goat and chilled as fast as possible. So that's what we have there. Soapy water, vessels, extra hot boiling water, and receptacle. So she's grazing away happily. It's a Sunday. I usually begin my routine feeding the calves and the goat milking, etc. at around 5 a.m., but because weekend, 6 a.m. Poor Tilly. This is not the most flattering angle of you. Now Tilly is a first freshener with a very small udder, so she's extremely difficult to milk. What I do is my goats get some grains when they're at their goat stand. I clean their udders. Hey, no, that's soapy water. Get out of there. With baby wipes and soapy water. I do my best to keep everything reasonably clean. Obviously, I am not a goat expert. I've never kept goats until recently, but you can do this too. It's not just me out there who's wanting to try this. My kids are doing very well with goat milk, fresh goat milk, so I'm really happy that I have an acreage with the capacity for these guys. We're slowly building fences and that's good. She's pretty patient. I do hobble my goats at the goat stand just because I really don't want to get kicked, and I do use this milk for my kids. So I really struggle with Tilly over here. My kids call her Espresso because she looks like an espresso. I call her Tilly because that's the name she came with. Her baby's a little annoyed with me right now because I got his mommy the milk stand. Alright, so I'm going to use all the props I need to try and make this more comfortable for me and for the goat. Alright, you can see she's loosened the hobble. I'm going to actually tighten it a little bit. I always bring boiling water with me because if the container can be safe, I can quickly sanitize it. So she just nuzzled it and knocked it over. We're going to just give it a quick boil. Sit for 30 seconds. Dairy animals, they're very calming. It's like having a horse that you can pick up and talk to. Well, you can talk to a horse. Anyways, you can see I have to do like the shape with my hands to capture the udder and the teat at the same time. She's really hard to do two-handed because my hands don't do that so good. I'm trying. Keep working on it. So my lovely lady's probably given me about 2 cups of milk this morning. Nah, maybe a cup and a half. But she's done. So we're gonna let her down. I'll release her baby because she's been missing him for now. She's the only goat that we can kids share with right now. Everybody else has their kids were sold when I bought them. My other 2 dogs. So the goat stand I got is too tall for most of my goats, and the Nubian doesn't mind, but I actually have to secure their heads because the latch for their heads is the wrong size. Oh. There's her baby Flopsy. Hey, hello, are you ready to go see mommy? Yeah, there's mommy. Hello, mommy. I missed you. Next up on the milk stand is going to be Christy. Now, Christy has a very, very interesting udder. She has 3 teats. She's a Nigerian dwarf. All my animals right now are cull animals. So what I need right now is a ladder for my little pygmy and Nigerian dwarf because this doesn't quite work. Come around. So, got some fresh food here. Come on. And just step. Step. Come on. Good girl. Alright, sometimes Christy is really good at a hobble, but I also, again, like I said, I'm not confident enough milking these goats to get kicked. So I will stop hobbling them when I feel ready. Start with this area. And then I'm just going to give the whole udder a nice dusting off. She's got a very beautiful full udder, but the problem is she's got 3 teeth, so her milk goes everywhere. There we go. And then I'm going to pour some boiling water in my pail just to clean it from Tilly. Probably unnecessary between goats, but it just makes me feel a little better about the whole thing. Good girl, thank you. What beautiful milk. What beautiful milk. I appreciate you. Yes, I do. Every day. Oh. Well, that was very sad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So she had twin boys, I think, before we got her. And she's so pretty. I love her colors. I love her spots. She always comes to visit. And she's really good. She does get a little bullied by my pygmy, which is crazy, but she's definitely angry that there's a little buckling or 2 on the farm. She does not like my buckling, so that's interesting. But yeah, I don't want anyone to be too scared to try and get some goats, because I've got into it and it's really fun. I like the disagreeableness, I like the unpredictability, and I really like getting a product. I'd like a 4th milking dough so I can start making some cheese and butter and cream, because cheese and butter and cream are delicious. And right now I've got a little steer and a Holstein cow, and maybe when she's all grown up she can be a milk cow and we can have lots and lots of dairy. That's the dream. Let's have dairy independence. Finger jump. Is it too high? It's too high. Yeah, it's too high. Too high. This way. Good girl. Alright, she's been here the longest. Maybe 3 weeks. Maybe. Got you an early night. And she is a pygmy. Known for her milk production. But definitely really into this routine. She's good at this one. She's my champion. 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 Alright. So she's got her stool and her bubble. And her grain. Alright. Not as much as yesterday, but that's because Miss Christy kicked my big ball. So the very expensive dream would be to get a wonderful cement floor in here, because that would be very easy to clean up. Right now it's a dirt floor sadly, but I want to show you that it is possible to get started with your dairy animals with what you have more or less in your kitchen. I will say I am really, really, really appreciating goats. They are so much easier to deal with than dogs. Dogs have been a nightmare. Goats have been a dream. So I've got them tied up here with their water. That's a browsableness. And then I've got these guys tied up here. And hopefully, so So later I'll come in and clean up the poop. For now, I'm just going to bring my things back to the house, dump some water on the milk stand. So on my very small scale goat farm, I do process my milk every day the same way, and we try and keep it as clean as possible. So I have the pre-chilled container there, and before I get going, I've got a double filter. These are both tea filters, stainless steel and mesh. They get put in the dishwasher, and then I pour boiling water through them, and I measure my milk to see how we're doing. Today I lost a lot of milk from my grumpy girl who kicked the bucket over, so I'm not sure what we're gonna get. Let's see. And then I'm an idiot trying to hold a camera and pour milk. You know, that doesn't help. Don't cry over spilled. No, don't do it. What's that? 34.9. Okay. I love YouTube. So today, 34.9 ounces. That accounts for the loss of milk from her kicky feet. And it will just chill in the freezer for a while, and I'll add it to yesterday's milk. And then I'm gonna wash out my big milk canteen when we drink that today. I think it'll be good. Look how much I spilled. Ugh. Thank you for watching today. I hope to do some daily goat vlogging because it's really fun and it makes me feel better about myself. If you like this channel and want to see more like this, please leave a comment below, and I would love if you could subscribe because I'm getting close to 2,000 subscribers and this channel has been going on for 10 years, so maybe this is something you'd like to see more of. If you do, let me know in the comments below and tell me which goat did you have the most fun watching today. Thank you and bye-bye.